How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the MC podcast with MC. Um, as you can tell, it's not the initial episode that's supposed to be for this week. I'm actually going to push that probably down to another episode or two. Might be episode 4, mostly episode 4, but it might be actually pushed up to episode 3. I'm not sure about the Survivor episode yet because honestly, I didn't really feel like it was the right time to make that video yet because it's still super early into the preseason area of that specific season. That even Survivor 49 has not even come out yet. That's not coming out until October. So we have to wait on. That might come out a little bit later in the summer. But for this episode, this is an episode that I initially made as a video for my actual main channel, just MC, which was ranking the Bills L's to the Chiefs. So that's going to be what this video is about. But I decided to remake this video because I feel like that video was made directly right after the AFC Championship this year. And a lot of my opinion has changed ever since that video because it was super recent to where I'll discuss what my ranking was for that video at the end of this video. But I ran through it. I watched all these games again and I really thought through it again to say, where do I really think how bad these L's are to the Chiefs? So we're going to rank these in terms of how bad the L was. So number 4 will be the least worst L, and number 1 will be the worst L that I personally took as a fan to these guys, against these guys. And by the way, I am a Kansas City Chiefs hater. I feel like I'm one of the biggest Chiefs haters out there, specifically Patrick Mahomes. I really cannot stand him. I can't really accept him, man. And I know he's such a great player all time. For me, I will recognize greatness, and he's one of the greatest players of all time. In my opinion, he is the second best quarterback of all time. I think he's better than Manning. I think he's better than Montana. I think he's better than Rodgers. I think he's better than those guys. He's not better than Brady, by the way. He's not better than Tom Brady, but he's number 2 for me. But at the same time, I really don't like him. And I don't think it has to do with him. I feel like it's more to do with his stance and the media, because the media seems to kind of overrate him post Tyreek Hill trade to where I don't really think he is being discussed. His full team, they're not being discussed enough compared to the overwhelming praise that goes to Patrick Mahomes. And that's kind of the opposite with the Bills, where the Bills is more the media just bashing Josh Allen for some reason, for some dumb reason, and not even saying the team as a whole is playing mediocre. They're just saying that Josh Allen is a choker and an underachiever, when that's not the thing with the NFL. And I've said this multiple times in the past, that football is not like basketball. It's not like one team, 1-on-1 or 5-on-5 out there. It's 3 teams in one for one specific team. There are 3 teams for the Kansas City Chiefs, and there are 3 teams for the Buffalo Bills. And for me, I can break out by saying this after we start this ranking, is that the Bills offense has outplayed the Chiefs offense these 4 playoff games. Where the issue relies on is special teams and defense, and that's where the Chiefs have had their number against the Bills. Don't get me wrong, Patrick Mahomes has played well against us. So has Josh Allen. He's played well against the Chiefs, and he's outplayed Mahomes in 2, debatably 3 out of these 4 games. And we'll really discuss more about it when this ranking starts, but like I said before, just a claimer to y'all, just stop that nonsense out there to say that Mahomes is the best player in the league, even though he played terrible in the Super Bowl, and to say that Josh Allen is a choker out there, when Josh Allen is not a choker. If we said the Bills choked, that makes more sense. Not Josh Allen, okay? So shut up out there. But like I said before, we'll start this ranking off because there are 4 games out there that we played the Chiefs in the playoffs. 4 of them really sucked, but I think number 4 should be relatively obvious. And let's get on to it. At number 4 of this ranking, we got easy. I think this was by far number 4. It's not even close, and this stayed with the original ranking for me. And that is the 2020 AFC Championship game with the Bills against the Chiefs. And this is where the Chiefs beat the Bills 38-24. And honestly, this was already such an overachieving year for the Bills that I really can't be mad about this L. Like the Kansas City Chiefs were the defending champs that year, and they were just by far the best team that year. I mean, 14-2 compared to the Bills 13-3 year. And the fact that the Bills not only came out of nowhere, like Josh Allen, like he completely broke out of nowhere this season, where he was just a decent quarterback the previous year who had a lot of potential. Those first 2 years, he was not really the best quarterback out there. He was a project quarterback out there to turn it into not only a elite quarterback the next year, but also finish second in MVP that year behind a historic year from Aaron Rodgers. And that's insane. That is insane. Nothing happened. And I know Tom Brady, he left the Patriots that offseason, so where the AFC East was completely wide open. Like the Patriots dominated the AFC East for such a long time. And this was the first year in a while where they were not even the AFC East champions, and the Bills were the second best team in that division, to where now that Josh Allen completely broke out and they added Stephon Diggs in the offseason, hell yeah, the Bills are going to take the AFC East championship. Not only that, they completely passed like teams like the Baltimore Ravens. They passed the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Tennessee Titans up there. They were the second best team in the AFC that year. And the road to the AFC Championship, pretty overachieving out of nowhere. I mean, they beat the Ravens, they beat the Colts, and they went into Arrowhead against the Chiefs. This was the year that there was COVID, by the way, so no fans were in the standings at all, and it was weird. It was really weird watching this live, but ultimately, I will say this: the Chiefs were just the better team. The Bills weren't. They got here. Super surprising. They still had a chance to after the first quarter, but the Chiefs were just the better team. They scored 21 in the second quarter, 10 in the third, and 7 in the fourth to the Bills 9, 3, 3, and 9. And Patrick Mahomes, this is the one game where I can actually say that outplayed Josh Allen. And it's not really close. I mean, Josh Allen had a QB rating of 80.8 to Patrick Mahomes 127.6. Mahomes had 3 touchdowns to Josh Allen's 2 and 1 interception. Mahomes is more efficient out there. He had more yards out there. But again, the Chiefs are just more talented out there. I mean, Mahomes was paired with Tyreek Hill, one of the most dangerous wide receivers out there in the league at that time. Travis Kelce, in my opinion, is probably the second or third best tight end of all time. To the Bills, I mean, their only key weapon I can see out here is Stephon Diggs and Cole Beasley. And that's about it. I mean, Dawson Knox had a touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie had a touchdown, but that's kind of it. This is when Josh Allen was not utilized for his running mechanics, unlike the other later seasons out there. But again, this one was pretty obvious to be at the bottom spot of the list. The fact that the Bills still got here is actually really insane. And to see the Chiefs get absolutely mollywopped in the Super Bowl against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, it would have been the same thing against the Bills as well. Although the Chiefs, their O-line was injured. Their O-line was like severely injured this game and in the Super Bowl. And not even that, like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were just the better team out there. I mean, they had Brady out there. They had their wide receiver range. They had their defense out there. That team was really stacked, dude. But like I said before, I mean, the fact that the Bills got here is actually really insane. The Chiefs were just the better team out there. I mean, they had Patrick Mahomes, who was in his peak at this time. Like, he was generally in his peak out there. By far, probably the best player in the league around this time. And the Bills had Josh Allen, who finished second in MVP that year. But like I said, this is where the Chiefs were just a way better team around this time. Better offensively, better defensively, better in special teams, better coaching out there. We'll really discuss coaching when we get to the next few games out there. But yeah, man, they have one of the greatest coaches of all time. They have one of the greatest tight ends of all time. They have one of the greatest wide receivers of all time. They had the second best quarterback of all time. And the Bills had Josh Allen. They had Stephon Diggs. And that's not really going to match up. Now, that one was obvious. That one right there was very obvious, to where that one was unanimously picked as the bottom spot on the list. These next three are super interchangeable to where you can go either way with any of these, but we're going to have a change from the last time. At number 3, we have the most recent game out there, and that is the 2024 AFC Championship game. Now, this one was originally my number 1 pick. This game right here was my number 1 pick out here. And for that, and the reason why I say this was my number 1 pick is not only that the Chiefs, this is the worst Chiefs team I've seen in this era by a wild shot. Like, this team was bad offensively. This team was pretty good, not great defensively. And the Bills, I mean, they had the MVP in Josh Allen that year. Josh Allen finished first in MVP that year. And this was the most complete Bills team out there outside of Josh. I mean, the weapons are not the best weapons out there outside of Josh Allen, but like they complement Josh the best out of all these teams that we're going to see later on. And when you look at the stats out there, both of these quarterbacks played relatively similar in terms of the stats out there for passing. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I felt like Mahomes outplayed Josh Allen this game. And Mahomes did have a fumble early in this game, but he also had barely any sacks this game. He had a super efficient game out there. He had more yards. He had 3 TDs, including 2 rushing TDs to Josh Allen's 0 rushing TDs to Josh Allen's 2 TDs. And the Chiefs were just better defensively. They were ready defensively. And the main issue with this game I can take away is how god-awful the Bills' defense was, man. Oh my goodness, it was bad. It was hard to watch. And that has been the issue with this team all season long, is that offensively, this is the best the Bills have ever been in such a long time. Probably ever. Like, this is the best version of Josh, obviously. This is the most best complementary pieces outside of him. Obviously, they're missing Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis, but those guys were getting force feed the ball way too many times. Like, this is the best the Bills have been in terms of running the ball. This is the best they've been in terms of passing the ball. So many guys can get a TD on this team. Like, you have Matt Collins, you have Khalil Shakir, you have Amari Cooper, Dalton Kincaid, Keon Coleman, Dawson Knox, Curtis Samuel, Ty Johnson, James Cook, Ray Davis. What is there to say, man? What is there to say? It's actually crazy. It's crazy how deep this Bills team was on the offensive end. Defensively is where this team really loses me, man. Defensively, this is where this team really loses me. Kiar, or whatever how he's pronouncing it, Kiar Elam is one of the biggest busts in NFL history. And it baffles me he's in the same draft class as guys like James Cook. And thank goodness he's out of my team. Like, he got traded to the Dallas Cowboys because it's the Cowboys. The Cowboys are going to make a dumb trade like that. But it's a blessing to see him off this team. Like, he was really not good. He was not very good. And there's this one play around the game where, like, Xavier Worthy was completely wide open. Or Rashid Weiss, I can't remember his exact name. They looked the exact fucking same. I hate that team so badly. But who was the wide receiver out there? Xavier Worthy was completely wide open. And Elam just slipped off the floor. Like, he completely slipped on his way to catch him. And he got wide open. He scored. The defense was just so bad this game. I mean, DeMar Hamlin, as much as I really like him as a person, he needs to get severely less minutes next season. Like, he's just not the best safety out there for this team. Man, Von Miller was super washed this game. Ed Oliver was fine. Matt Milano was actually playing for the first time in such a long time. Michelle Douglas was playing. Terrell Bernard was playing this game. Christian Benford was playing this game. They were not really themselves this game, which sucks because this is supposed to be a defensive-minded team led by Sean McDermott, who is honestly arguably the most overrated coach in the league. Don't get me wrong. What he done to transfer this Bills team, like, He got them to the playoffs before they added Josh Allen. They got to the playoffs before they added Josh Allen. Don't get me wrong, that I will give him that. The problem is when this team reaches its potential, Sean McDermott cannot learn to understand the defense of this team. Like, he has underperformed on that end. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times, even 5 times. You could say, you could debate the first game, but like this game, the divisional round games, and the Bengals game, he completely underperformed on the defensive end just as a coach when he's supposed to be a defensive-minded coach. So that's my issue with Sean McDermott, is that you have a notion to be a great defensive coach, but you have not showcased that specifically against this one team in the playoffs. You have showcased that in the regular season, but you cannot showcase that in the postseason. We'll discuss that when we get to the divisional round games, because, oh my goodness, how do we allow this team that has scored less than 30 points all season long, including the Super Bowl, how do we allow this team to score 32 points when we were the one of 2 teams to really just give this team struggle all season long? We were the one team to actually beat this team healthy in the regular season. And then the Eagles happened. But man, it makes no sense. It generally makes no sense. Like, I had such high hopes coming into the postseason that we can beat this team. I was like, if we could take care of Baltimore, which Baltimore was our biggest threat that season, we have a chance of beating this team. But that wasn't the issue. That wasn't the thing at all. We sucked defensively this game. We generally did suck defensively. Our offense was really good, but our defense was god-awful, man. But again, let's give credit to the Chiefs, man. I mean, like I said before, Mahomes, he outplayed Josh's game. But at the same time, this wasn't the best Mahomes game I've seen. It literally is not. I've seen way better Mahomes games in his past. And he wasn't the big reason why. I mean, he was the main reason why. I'll say that, but he wasn't the number one main reason why. I mean, the Chiefs' defense, their defensive-minded team, leads to guys. Obviously, they have one of the best defenders out there, probably of all time, in Chris Jones. Like, that guy scares me more than Mahomes. I'm not gonna lie. That guy scares me a lot. Their ability to blitz scares me so much. Now, the Bills, they played well on the road on the offensive end, but there's something different when we play in Arrowhead for some reason. Like, obviously, Arrowhead is a scary place to play in, but so many poor snaps this game, so many fumbles this game, like, that were not even showcased all regular season, man. And it's really heartbreaking that we lost this game. I'm not gonna lie. You can really interchange these next 3 games, but this one was my original number 1 because a bit of recency bias, obviously. But I really did feel like that we kind of got screwed this game as well. And I mentioned this again, that the refs kind of screwed us this game. I feel like there's a lot of ref ball in this game to where it really did benefit the Chiefs. And that's been the notion all season long, is that the Chiefs, they won 15-2, but they were arguably the worst 15-2 team in NBA. Sorry. The Chiefs won 15-2 all regular season, but they're arguably the worst 15-2 team in NFL history. I know the Lions went 15-2, but I think they're just a much better team out there. But they lost to the Commanders because they got injured to crap. Like, they were just super injured that game. The Chiefs, not a very good team. A lot of 1-point differential games that they won all season long. A lot of luck on their side. I mean, they won games to a toenail. They lost a game to a poor snap. They lost a game to a doink shot. They won a game to a blocked field goal. It's ridiculous that they still won the division after all that stuff. It's mind-blowing that they were the number 1 seed. It's mind-blowing they got to the Super Bowl in the first place with the amount of luck that this team has had, where the Bills have completely dominated on the offensive end all season long, where they scored like 30 points in 8 straight games. And we had one of the highest point differentials with like the Ravens and the Lions out there, one of the best offenses out there in the league. Obviously, the defense could be a lot better, but the defense is always going to suck. But yeah, man. a lot of recency bias was picked to why I picked this number one, but I don't really see that anymore. I feel like these other two losses have really got onto me way more compared to this one. It's just this one was really bad. Like this one was really bad as a fan, it really broke me. I'm not gonna. This really broke me. Like I'm saying that. What's the point? What's the point of being? What's the point in having hope for this team when we just lose to the same team every single time? And every single time, the regular season just gives me hope when we beat this team by 30 to 21. But that doesn't even matter when we see this team in the playoffs. Whether that's in Arrowhead or in Highmark Stadium, we're going to lose to this team regardless because the defense completely underperforms every single time. This loss was not on Josh Allen, by the way. This loss is not on Josh Allen. Mahomes had more turnovers than Josh Allen this game. And we still lost. And this mainly has to do with our bad defense. And James Cook was really damn good this game. 2 TD. He had this really insane TD to give us a lead in like the third quarter. He had this really insane TD. We could not convert on our 2-point possessions multiple times. The obviously the 4th and 1 where Josh Allen was not crossing line, even though that was over the line. The refs were just on some crack shit that game. But man, that loss still hurts me, dude. That loss still generally hurts me as a fan. But ultimately, these next two are even worse. They're truly even worse L's. These are like some of the worst L's you could take as a fan. These are like equivalent to not only buzzer beaters in NBA, but like game 7 buzzer beaters. That's how bad both of these are. And these next two should come to no surprise to anybody that discussed the Buffalo Bills that lost to the Chiefs. Because they're two of the most notorious L's in NFL history. One has to do with 13 seconds. The one has to do with a field goal. Can you guess which one is number 2? I can. At number 2, we have the 2023 divisional round. Now, this one was original number 3 for me. This one right here was original number 3 for me. And the reason why I have this one higher nowadays compared to this last one we had, where the 2024 AFC Championship was actually number 1 originally, but I moved back down to number 3, and this was now number 2. The reason why I have this one actually higher now is that when you really think about it, they lost because Tyler Bass missed a field goal. Like, what is the offense supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? What is the offense supposed to do? It's not even on the offensive. We had home field advantage. Home field advantage this game. The Chiefs sucked all regular season. And we played better as the year finished. Obviously, the Chiefs played better after Christmas, but we played better when the year finished. And Mahomes was not really at his best this season, just like last season. But I think it was a little bit better this season compared to last season. But the Chiefs were 11-16, the worst in this dynasty era. And the Bills are also 11-6, but like we finished second, they finished third, and we beat them in the regular season. And it felt like guys are really declining on this team. Like Mahomes was declining. But the issues, man. First off, Josh Allen outplayed Patrick Mahomes. When I look at the stats, Josh Allen did outplay Patrick Mahomes. I know Allen had less yards, but Allen had more rushing yards, 72 rushing yards. He had 2 rushing TDs to Mahomes' 0 rushing TDs. Like, Josh Allen outplayed Mahomes this game. I think he did. I genuinely think he did. But when we look at the numbers, Patrick Mahomes had 0 sacks this game. 0 sacks on him all game. When we're able to force other quarterbacks to just get a sack every single time, we can't force that on Mahomes. Now, this is the game I really got to just credit Andy Reid as a coach. I just think Andy Reid is one of the best coaches of all time. I think he is. Like, I just give him credit, all credit on the just defensive and offensive end, because this Chiefs team didn't even play that well this game. They didn't even play that great this game. Like, What kept them in this game was their defensive end, and us limited to not even be able to sack Mahomes and miss us losing to a fucking field goal. Like, what are we supposed to do as a fan? What are we supposed to do as a fan? Allen played great. Mahomes played fine, I guess. No, he had a better passing rating, even though that's kind of a flawed stat out there. Like James Cook played decently. Ty Johnson played decently. Stephon Diggs was like a no-show. That's just Stephon Diggs sucking, not really anything else. Like, I don't know what we're supposed to do. Khalil Shakir had a TD. He had a big-time TD. I remember that TD pass from Allen. Kincaid played pretty good from no TDs from his stance, but like Kelsey had 2 touchdowns. And he had like 2 completely wide open touchdowns this game, which is on the defense again. Like, what are we supposed to do, man? What are we just supposed to do? Isaiah Pacheco had another easy TD this game. I remember this as well. I remember being in such rage after this game. I'm not gonna lie, I was in such rage after this game because we lost by a field goal. We lost from a wide right. And it wasn't even that far a field goal. It was like a 44-yard field goal. And what's funny is that Bass completely redeemed himself this season, but he was just so bad this season on the special teams to where I was really considering just getting rid of him. But he was actually one of the best kickers out there in the league. Where 1 for 2 from field goal, man. 1 for 2. The Chiefs just went. Their Chiefs kicker went perfect. Oh my goodness, dude. No interceptions from each team this game. No one had an interception. We punted twice. The Chiefs punted once. Like this, I still remember this game because we were the home team and we still lost. But man, we really lost by a field goal. Like we did all the work. Stephon Diggs was so bad this game. I still remember this. Stephon Diggs was so bad this game. Like people were actually just diminishing Josh Allen for some reason. Where like thank Josh Allen and Joe Brady for our success because we were like 6-6 before this. We were 6-6 in the regular season. We were not going to make the playoffs. The Dolphins had a better record than us, but we came out clutch in the second half because adjustments on the offensive end and Diggs diva mentality just came onto him where he just turned out to be not a good human being out there, and he just wanted the ball. He wanted the ball all to himself, and it caused him to just play this bad in the divisional round against the Chiefs, and we lost to the Chiefs for the 3rd time. But it's not the worst L we've seen, man. It's just not the worst L. Now, you could really debate this with the 2024 AFC Championship game, to where this is again has to do with the defensive end. The fact that we held Mahomes to 0 sacks is still baffling. It's still completely mind-blowing that Mahomes had no sacks this game. We are the home team. They are the road team. This is their first road game with this core. Like, we really gotta defend our home court. I know guys were injured this game. That's the injuries were part of this game. But that's no excuse. No one cares if there's injuries out there for your team. As you just got to perform well in the playoffs. And the Bills did not. We can't perform well against this team at all. Like we can never beat this team in the playoffs. And it's so mind-blowing to me. But it's not the worst L. Now, picture this, man. Like you were up. Just picture this, man. You were up 33-29 with a minute left in the game. You were up 33-29 with a minute, not even a minute, like after the 2-minute break. You were up 33-29. Yeah, with a minute and 2 left in the game. Up 33-29. That's not even that. Sorry, I'm saying that wrong. But You are up 29-26 with a minute and 54 in the game. A clutch pass to Gabe Davis from Josh Allen. And this is all after the 2-minute warning. What does the defense do? And I know Tyreek Hill is one of the greatest wide receivers out there in the league right now in his peak. He's so deadly, he's so fast that that was tough. I'll give the Chiefs that was tough. But we still had a minute and 2 left on the clock, and we can try to do something with that. Like Josh Allen, I know I'm kind of glazing right now. That's what the fans are saying, but Josh Allen made some ridiculous play to Gabe Davis this game. It was actually insane. Gabe Davis was like the Superman of this game. I'm not gonna lie. That brother was just. I miss him. I miss him on the Bills, but he made some clutch plays this game. You know what's crazy? I'm looking at the win probability on ESPN. The Bills' win probability in the fourth quarter, they had a 90% win probability with 13 seconds left in this game. That's typically 100. There's 13 seconds left in this game. All you gotta do is just snap the ball and just play some damn defense. That's all you can ask for, is just play some defense. As a fan, that's what you just need to do. Just play defense. There's 13 seconds left. You can't, I know it's 13 seconds, but you can't slack off. And I don't care if it's a regular season game. I don't care if it's a preseason game. If you're trying to win a game, you have to play the entire game. You can't just stroll for 13 seconds. No. And this is what really showcased this game. It doesn't matter if you're up this game with 30 seconds left or 15 or whatever. It does not matter at all. There's still a chance to win. And the Chiefs, they took out to heart. Couldn't play a lick of defense. And so many good looks to Tyreek Hill, so many good looks to Travis Kelce. I know they're two of the greatest receivers out there in NFL history, and they're having a peak Mahomes on his team. But still, man, you have Sean McDermott on your team. You still have a defensive-minded coach on the team that preaches defense, and you can't get a stop. It still baffles me. It generally still baffles me. It makes no sense, dude. And Harrison Butler makes the kick. Game goes to overtime. The Chiefs win the damn coin toss, and they score without us getting the ball back. This is all on the defensive end. None on the offensive end. This is all defense. None on the offensive end. This is on the defense. This is on Sean McDermott. What were we supposed to do? If we go for 2, they're going to still score. Oh my gosh, let's look at the stats, dude. It still makes no sense, dude. Josh Allen outplayed Patrick Mahomes. 136 quarterback rating. This is the greatest postseason run by a quarterback in NFL history. One of the most dominant quarterback. This is just one of the most dominant ones I've ever seen as a fan. I think it statistically is, because the Patriots game was a perfect game. That was a perfect game. To just go in and completely dominate like that on the offensive end in Arrowhead, one of the toughest places to play, not only in NFL history, but just sports history. And you did your job on that end. But your defense sells. What are you supposed to do? What was he supposed to do? I don't know, man. I don't know. Bull played a damn near perfect game. He played a damn near perfect game. I think it is QBR rating of 92.1 ESPN, but just a 136 just rating. I don't understand, man. I don't understand how we lost this game. It still makes no sense to me. I'm just trying to think about it. But like this loss was really on the defense, and it was on Sean McDermott. And like I said before, I think Sean McDermott is an overrated coach out there. Like I think he is. He gets way too much praise for some reason. I know we've been AFC East champions for a long time, but when you are preaching defense, you have to take accountability on this. And you preach that, but you can't execute that when it really matters the most. And that's against the Kansas City Chiefs 4 times in the postseason, man. And the 13 seconds is the epitome of that. It is the epitome of that. It really is. Like, we win this game 99.99999999999% if you just pressure them, force them to turn over the ball. Not even that, force them to just throw the ball away and drain clock. 99.9999999%. The problem is we have Sean McDermott as a coach, and our defense is just taking the day off that game. And there's really nothing else you can ask for, man. And I will stand by this. This is one of the greatest games of all time. It is generally like, it sucks as a fan that we lost this game, but it is just such a fascinating game to watch. Like, just the word 13 seconds is going to mean so much when years go down just from this one game. Like, it's textbook, man. It's textbook perfect. But you win the game. You win the game normally. And that's obviously when they changed the OT rules where for playoff perspectives, like they changed OT rules where both teams have possession of the ball. And I know this was kind of similar to the 2018 AFC Championship game where the Patriots and Chiefs played each other, and that game was very kind of similar. Not as good as this one, obviously, but still an all-time great AFC Championship game. And that game went to OT where the Patriots got the ball and the Chiefs did not get the ball back, and the Patriots went on to win the Super Bowl from that. But man, dude, that OT rule is just such a big prominent thing just from this one game. This game is history. This game is going to go in the Football Hall of Fame just from this damn game. Because, man, like, Gabe Davis, though, this guy had 201 yards. He was our wide receiver, too. He had 201 yards, 4 touchdowns. Like, I generally miss him, dude. Like, he was so damn good this game. But we lost, man. We lost. And who knows? Like, if we win this game, we play the Bengals at home. And I know what happened last season happened. The year after happened. But we might have a chance to beat them because this was just an insane run from not only just the Bills as a whole on the offensive end, but Josh Allen. And who knows? We might win the Super Bowl against the Rams. I think from what it looked like in the opening day in 2023 or 2022 season, where we dominate the Rams in their home floor, I think we do that in the Super Bowl. Like, history can completely change if we played defense with 13 seconds left in this game. But they didn't at all. Not a lick of defense at all. Not a lick at all. And we lost, dude. We lost in the most heartbreaking fashion I've ever experienced in the sport. Like, nothing will ever top this. Nothing will ever top this. Like, you don't lose with 13 seconds left. And a football field is pretty long. Like, you're not going to do a 100-meter sprint in 9 seconds on that field. An NFL field is pretty damn long. That is pretty far, dude. And I know it's just to field goal range, but 13 seconds, dude. 13 seconds. Well, that is my ranking, guys. Yeah. My original ranking was number 4, the 2020 AFC Championship game. Number 3, the wide right. Number 3. I'm number 2. Number 2 is the 13 seconds. Number 1 was the 2024 AFC Championship game, but my finalized ranking was number 4, the 2020 AFC Championship game. Number 3, the 2024 AFC Championship game. Number 2, wide right 2, and number 1, 13 seconds. So, yeah, man. I do apologize about probably the background noise going on. I mean, first of all, it's raining right now. Second of all, kind of gotta be a little bit quiet. But I made an original episode earlier that got completely scrapped and um pissed me off, not gonna lie. Pissed me off. It is so late right now. Oh my goodness. Not even that late actually. I thought it'd be like 1 a.m., but it's not. It's like 12 8:57. But I would have been done by like 12 o'clock. But that's just a notion when you have, I don't know, man. Like I don't know what the notion is, but like whatever. Yeah, this is gonna come out kind of in a rush. I hope I can get this out as quick as possible, but um yeah, man. Uh next episode we'll probably discuss more about the free agency going on because we obviously got some trades going on. We have the Kevin Durant speculation going on. Obviously, we're gonna have some postseason discussions to talk about. That probably go on my main channel. But like I said, go subscribe to this to the podcast on Spotify. Go I'm so tired, but like go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go follow me on all social media platforms. Link will be in the description below for all those and the platforms out there. But thank you guys so much for watching and take a good night rest. If you're watching it super late at night, if you're watching it early in the morning, have a good rest of your day. But yeah, man, take care, guys, and I'll see you guys